All right, what is going on, everybody? The trio is back. We've got game week 15. It's live before lock. We've got George with us. George, how are we doing?
Ready and excited for a brand new Sorare slate. Wow, what a time.
See, there we go. We got it out of our system on Wednesday during the Sorare Sharps. Now, just nothing but oozing positivity. TST, how are you doing, sir?
I'm a little hazy. Had the Christmas party for work last night. So
yeah.
If any of my advice is bad, it's because of that. If it's good, it's because we got grit over here and we play through when we're hurt.
Ooh,
we don't rest like these other players.
This is TST's Jordan's flu game. We love that. All right, why don't let's set the table a little bit. Someone who I imagine we talk about when we get into projections, Jericho Sims. So do me a favor, like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag Sims into the chat. You need to have liked the stream and subscribed in order to qualify for this bad boy. So go ahead and do that. All right, Maddie. Ooh, my favorite threesome is back. Let me introduce you to some other material. Yeah. Yeah. You gotta
Right.
You gotta like the video, you gotta subscribe, you gotta put hashtag Sims into the chat in order to qualify for the giveaway. We'll do that for a rare tier card here towards the end. Before we dive into some of the injury news, I'll do like my rapid fire recap of that. That's what we'll do. We'll do injury news, we'll go over the projections, and then questions and answers. But I guess like off the top rope before we get going, how are you guys feeling about game week 15? Awesome. Yeah, it's good, dude. The energy's high. We love it. Everybody feels good.
I think we were both being courteous. I think that's what it was. I think TST was going to
too polite over here.
Yeah, it's what it is. It's what the British people for. These Americans.
You know what? That's not my bad.
Just run in front of everyone.
That's my bad. George, how do you feel about this slate today?
Thank you. I feel quite good. I think my gallery is actually in quite a good spot for it. So my issue earlier, I didn't have time to do a video today, so I did a little live before myself, and in doing so, realized that I've got too many good cards this week.
That's tough.
So I know. That's how it is. So cue this in about Monday afternoon when check back in and I've won nothing.
Have you thought about multi-accounting?
No, multi-account is a serious thing, Mike.
TST, what about you? How are we feeling heading into this game week?
I feel like the Celtics are giving us an interesting look here on Friday. We got a little bit of news for Saturday, which is always nice to have a little advanced news. And then I think it might be a little like choose some matchups here with some very interesting ones there. So it's a good one to dive into today.
Yeah, I saw Top Tier Projections put out a tweet today too, just about like some matchups that I thought was pretty interesting. I think they also shared that in the Sorare NBA Discord, so definitely give them a look. All right, real quick, I'm going to go over to our friends over at Underdog. I know we also just got some more news about Zion, so I'm going to do a real quick refresh here. Most of this is for tonight. We'll also hit some bigger picture injury stuff too, but LeBron and AD is still questionable. I will say, don't take this to the bank, but it normally I feel like we'd know that they were out by now with the Lakers situation. Every single time they've done questionable this long, it feels like like when LeBron was out earlier this week, I felt like we had a feel for that pretty earlier in the day. Zion just ruled in. Jaylen Brown is questionable, was also questionable last night and played. They're against the Magic tonight, which is not a great matchup. You get Desmond Bane, who missed the last game, and I think he missed the last game, right? He's got a Q tag with an illness. Jordan Poole's available, but that might not matter. Porzingis is doubtful. Fultz is questionable. D'Lo was a late questionable. Cam Reddish also a late questionable. That shakes up the Lakers' backcourt. DeAndre Hunter, Taurean Prince, both Q tag. Mark Williams officially ruled out, and Grayson Allen is available with no minutes restriction, I believe. I'm going to scroll down. PJ Washington was also ruled out. We still don't have LaMelo Ball. We might be playing fucking James Wiseman because Bagley is out and Duran is out. So it's Beef Stew and Wiseman of the bigs for Detroit. Jalen Smith and Nembhard are still out for the Pacers. God, we can't play Landry Shamet because he's still out. Wendell Carter Jr.'s out. The Celtics have a weird thing with the backcourt. I mean, the front court, which we can talk about when we get into projections. But Porzingis, Al Horford, and Luke Cornett. So Sneeps, I know you asked in the chat about his projection. Right now it's 0. And then Banton is out, which I'm sure messed up everybody's lineups. The Hawks we already talked about. Raptors have pretty much healthy. Lakers we already hit. Spurs, nothing to talk about. Amen Thompson's questionable. Jayshawn Tate is doubtful. And Oladipo doesn't play basketball anymore. John Morant's going to be back soon. We can bring that up. Mitchell Robinson is out 6 to 8 weeks. That's why we're saying #Sims tonight. Eric Gordon, Q-tag, Kogi out, Damian Lee injured. That's everybody for tonight. Couple other things that we got about Saturday here. You almost saw the DMs. You almost saw the spicy DMs there. A couple more things about Saturday. Let's see. Ant Edwards is questionable. He had returned from his time away yesterday and was very disappointing for my lineups. KCP is out. Gordon is probable. Jamal Murray probable. Giannis probable. The only other thing that I wanted to get into, I think that's most of the Saturday shit. All right. Wow. Marble S is like, oh my God, I came here just for the Kita information. You guys are doing a show. It's been 7 minutes. And even though you have a 90-second intro, you still haven't visited Kita. Are you for real? You know what, Marble S? This is what I'm saying. You're not winning the giveaway. I feel comfortable saying that right now because I'm in charge of the buttons. All right. I'm in charge of the buttons, bro. I might not mention Kita all night. Sorry, Portugal. All right. Let's keep going. There you go. He liked it.
We even had therapy on Wednesday, so I don't know where that's come from.
No,
so that was nuts.
Yeah, well, from you can go to therapy, Marble ass. Marble ass. All right. The only other thing I wanted to bring up was the Utah information. So Clarkson is out. John Collins might get traded. Lauri Markkanen might get traded. They are also without Keontae George for a couple of games. And so we saw the first of it last night with Colin Sexton and THT and all that stuff. And the other situation is Cleveland just getting rocked with haymakers today with Garland missing time with a fractured jaw. And then
nice
Mobley,
connection. Haymaker, fractured jaw. That was smooth. Yeah, nice.
There we go. And then Mobley is out with injuries as well too. All right, let's real quick. This is what I'm going to do. We have 2 back-to-back drops that we need to do, and then we will get into some of the projections. Only if I can find the drops in a timely fashion. Otherwise, I'll just throw the computer through the window. Where are you, THT? Here it is. All right, that was THT, and then I'm going to give you one more drop, and then we can get going. We can't go down this road. We can't talk about like how you need to have had sex in order to have responsibility. I just think it changes you, you know? I think it changes you. There we go. It's good. We needed to get that out of the way for our man, Marblas. All right, let's dive into some of these projections. I mean, I feel like it's weird. The night-to-night injury news doesn't feel as intense as a lot of live before locks. I feel like we have a lot of the information. George, what just came in?
You've jinxed it. That's what you've done.
What just happened?
You've jinxed it. We're not going to have much injury news. And it's just, now all of a sudden, Luke is going to be out because he's going to be like, well, I just don't want to play. And then
no, you didn't let me finish. You didn't let me finish. But I do think there's some more like bigger picture things that we have to sift through that we don't really know what that looks like yet. Because now now it's December 15th, so trades can happen on some of these guys. So, but anyways, yes, you're right. I did probably jinx it.
James Johnson's playing.
Is he getting minutes?
He said, Coach Carlisle said that he is available to make his debut.
Wow.
Today.
Is available. Does that mean he's playing? There we go. All right. Anything else before we dive into the projections from our friends over at Momentum Labs? Or are we good to go?
I think we're good to go.
Good to go. That was my bad again. I didn't turn it over to somebody. As always, this show is presented by Momentum Labs. If you haven't signed up with them, you can find a link in the show notes. Get behind that paywall. Otherwise, you just have to like zoom in while I'm streaming. Here we go. We're going to start from the bottom. I'll rattle off the 0 to 10 range, and then you guys give me some of your takes. Jericho Sims, good Lord. You've hurt me before. You'll hurt me again. Kappa through the projection of 14. He pops up. Yeah, sell the shit out of him. Andre Jackson Jr. of the Bucks. They've got 2 games this game week. He has a Kappa 5 projection of 8. I don't really care too much, but this is like real dumpster diving stuff here. Lamar Stevens for the Celtics because everybody is out. He's going to pop a little bit. Mike Muscala's popping. Jared Vanderbilt, I actually think is somebody that we can talk about. Keon Ellis, who's just still continued to play well. He like jumped into the rotation because Fox missed some time, and I think he's played so well he's just leapfrogged Davion Mitchell in the rotation. And then you got Chris Dunn and Jaden Hardy down here, as well as Jared Butler, who I'll be honest, I don't know who that is. And then in the 10 range, is there? Ooh, Neiman, there you go. Keita, yay! Keita, yay! Look at him, he's so good. Kappa 10 with a projection of 27.4. The pride of Portugal, baby. And then Wiseman and Julian Strother, who's coming off a couple of sexy games for the Denver Nuggets. Let's start with George. George, how are we feeling about the 0 to 10?
0 to 10. The only guys that I had flagged was a Jericho Sims because if you own him, sell him, and Vanderbilt. And because Vanderbilt's the only one that I would trust to get minutes and still do nothing. So I think that's the kind of the quota that you can go for. All of these guys, you can be like, oh, they're going to project really well, but realistically, they don't play minutes for a reason. So they're not really going to be smash plays. I've said this, and now one of them's going to be the reason why I don't win anything. But
I mean, I like that. Vanderbilt, I think, is going to be out there, and he'll either crush for you or TSD. It might be in a graphic of yours for the cardio club.
I love it whenever I see Vanderbilt play because every comment under every play is like, he just brings so much to the defense of what this team does, and that's it. Like he's not even doing anything on the video clip. He's just like in the corner pressuring someone, and you're like, all right, okay.
TST, what about you? Anybody in that range that's like really making you feel something?
I mean, I would just have a look at any of those Boston guys based on just, getting some minutes that normally don't. So like even like a O'Shea Brissett maybe. And I would say if we get any news on whether or not Brown's playing, that will like matter a lot because if he's not playing, they can't really kind of go like small ball with like Tatum Brown at 3-4 as much. And that'll matter a lot for those front court players having to play a little more.
No, iconic timing because it has just come up 20 seconds ago that Jaylen Brown is playing tonight.
Okay. He is playing? I thought he was going to be. So Brissett, I like a little less now, but if he had been out, he would have been one. And who else? Like Strother, I think is just like a, if you're talking thrown in a Kappa 10, he's someone that like, he gets somewhat regular minutes and depending on what happens in their games can get a lot more. And they're kind of banged up right now. So the fact that we don't have their the full news on them, I'd maybe roll the dice with him and then James Wiseman just because they just have no one there. So
real quick on Wiseman. I mean, the Wiseman is a really, really good fantasy basketball player. He's a very bad basketball player. And so if he's going to be out there, baby, 18 and 12, come and get it. Like if he's going to play 25 to 30 minutes, I love James Wiseman. And Detroit is a team not trying to win game. Well, they're trying to win games, not able to win games. So I think Wiseman is a great play. I'm here for it. Yeah, no KCP for Denver. No KCP for Denver. I do think impacts Strother a little bit. Gets him. It's just like 25 to 30 minutes that are now more available. I don't know what to do with the Celtic stuff. To be honest, like I don't know who they've got. Like they're like Luke Cornett is usually next man up. If Porzingis is down, it's like, oh, Luke Cornett's probably going to play 20 minutes, and then they'll go small for some minutes. And now it's Keita. I think that's a fine dart throw. I actually wish his cap was like closer to 6 or 7 because I do think he could just be out there, just out there running around. I do when we get up there. I mean, this makes me like all of the rest of the Celtics. Like if you were going back and forth on MVP, like Tatum should get 15 rebounds tonight. Jaylen Brown maybe will do a peripheral stat instead of just score 28 points. Like it makes me like
a rebound might accidentally fall in his hands.
Yeah, it is wild that he just doesn't do any of those things anymore. But anyways, yeah, here we go. Matthew Harrison with the counter. Embiid followed out Wiseman in 16 minutes 2 days ago. But I think they're going to start Beef Stew at the 5. So they'll follow up Beef Stew. Wiseman beats up Paul Reed.
Or they have 2 games too?
I think so, yeah.
2 games.
Yeah. Okay, let's keep moving. I just want to make sure. I think we hit most of the guys that we're really excited about in this range. I just want to shout out Taylor Hendricks. I don't think you should play him, but I'm excited that he's getting minutes now for Utah, and Utah has waved the white flag. Like literally, they were just like, you know what? We'll trade everybody. So I do think we'll start seeing a lot of Keontae, Taylor Hendricks. There's another young guy that I'm missing, but I think we'll start seeing more of them. All right, let's get up to the 11 to 20 range. Let's see. Watford for Brooklyn's now carving out a nice spot in his rotation. I see this Drew Eubanks projection. I don't trust it right now. They've been closing. Hell, they've been starting Metu. And I think this might hurt Eubanks a little bit, unless Metu's out and I missed that. But I wouldn't trust this Eubanks projection.
But Eubanks more backs up at the 5, no?
They have been going to Metu over. I mean, I'll double check the minutes, but it hasn't looked great for Eubanks lately. This just in the last like 2 games, I think. Okay. Isaiah Livers, Jeff Green. What are we doing? Malachi Branham. He's been in the starting rotation a little bit, although you can never really trust that. Peyton Watson from Denver. Malachi Flynn. Let's see. We got Okoro is going to cap 13, a projection of 17. He's about to. You want to talk about get some exercise in? That'll be Okoro. The big projector here, though, is from Minnesota. Jaden McDaniels about to make his return to the team. He's going to cap at 15 with a projection of 24.5. We got the Dort report down here. Also Scoot, which projects great every single game week and normally doesn't perform great. However, had a really good game last night. I think it was like 24 and 10. Let's see. Anybody in the 17 range? Oscar Thompson's cap's way down. Shout out Monty Williams. Hartenstein, who is somehow inexplicably not starting for the Knicks, but he might as well be because he plays more minutes than Jericho Sims. You got Dante Exum with a cap of 18, a projection of 30 with Kyrie being down. And then you got Kuminga with the Dead Warriors, Jaden Ivey, Bilal Coulibaly. And then I think anybody in the 20 range? Yeah, a couple more. Nick Richards, Big Dick Rich, cap of 20, the projection of 33. Sex God with a cap of 20 and a projection of 29. And then THT, we've talked about a little bit. Also, Tari Eason. Shout out Tari Eason. All right, we'll start with TST this time. How are we feeling down there? What's in that range that we like it a little bit more?
I think there's actually like a lot to pick out here more than like previous weeks. I know you're making fun of Okoro, but I don't mind him at a cap of 13 just because, with Mobley and Garland both out long term, I kind of like that he just has more of opportunity. He's never going to be like someone that gets tons of like fantasy points per minute, but I think he just has so many minutes that he's an okay play at that cap. Jaden McDaniels obviously is nice. I like Hartenstein. Like anyone playing Sims, I'd rather play the other cap and get Hartenstein, even though, Sims at a 3. Love Dante Exum. Kuminga with the Draymond situation, obviously, he's projecting well.
Save some of them. Save some of them, TST.
I told you this is a good little thing. I would like Terry Eason a little more if like the Houston Rockets weren't scoring as if it was like the early 2000s. In the last
I know.
like,
I know. That is tough.
He'd be a lot. And then Nick Richards, like that projection is like maybe a ceiling. You know, like he's projecting well because of like him getting the opportunity, but he's never going to be a guy that absolutely goes off. But he's like a nice, like solid play at 20, I guess. Like
no Mark.
No Mark Williams
and no PJ. So he's going to get some minutes. George, what about you? If there's any names that are left after TST rattled up,
I think TST he rattled most of them off. I think the one that I like the most is probably Jaden McDaniels, especially at 15. He's in that mark right now. Primarily because Indiana cannot defend. And Minnesota have got, obviously they've been really good this year and they got a little bit better at sort of a fluid offense. But I think at 15, he's going to be the guy. I think 15 is his floor. So I think he'll get, and I know that's what we're talking about in this situation, but I think maybe a 25 to potential 30-point game against the Pacers. So rare-wise.
Yeah, and that's a good show too to mention that like a couple of the games, specifically tonight, Atlanta plays Toronto and they scored almost like, was it 270, 260 the other night? This is like just a couple days ago. We get Indiana and Washington, Charlotte, New Orleans. There's going to be some high scores specifically tonight. So I don't know. I just like targeting those games. All right, 21 to 30, and then we'll just do 30 to the rest after that. So Sohan's cap has come all the way back down to 21. He's got a projection of just over 27 in the 22 range. Pajemski, who's now a starter for the Warriors, cap of 22, the projection of 30. You see Bobby Portis projects okay. Caleb Martin's been playing really good basketball for Miami. Bam is just continuing to miss time. I really thought that was going to be like a 2-game injury. He's been out for a while. Hayward, Bruce Brown, Tim Hardaway Jr., Jordan Poole, all kind of projecting the same range. Karis LeVert, we mentioned the injuries in Cleveland. His minutes will be, his minutes are already secure, but he's going to have a very green light. Chris Paul, see Chris Middleton, but he's been ruled out, I believe, for tomorrow. I think I saw that. So that's down to 1 game. And that makes me nervous because it's Chris Middleton. Tobias Harris projects fine. The 27 range, we got Buddy Hield and Keegan Murray who were popping. 28 range, OG and Anunoby. His cap's 28 with the projection of 35. Malik Monk. And then in the 29 range, we've got Jared Allen and Drew Holiday. And then do you see how's it going over there?
So that background noise cancellation isn't working, eh?
That software technology, I think you may have been conned on.
That was great. And then with the cap at we'll finish off 30. Anthony Simons is balling again, even though he had a bad game last night. And Walker Kessler, fresh off a 10-point, 10 rebound, 7 block game. And then Bogdanovich has been stringing together some like hot shooting nights off the bench. He's been great too. George, I'll start with you. That 20 to 30 range. Also, Roy says, "What kind of dog is that?" It's very funny. It's one that is a baby.
George XL bully.
Yeah.
25 to 30 range. I think the ones that I was. Hang on, where am I? When I come on here, I like to be prepared, and I've lost all my notes. The guy I remember that I really liked was Gordon Hayward, especially with PJ Washington out. Yeah. But be prepared if you play Gordon Hayward. He might just play 5 minutes for you and get injured. The other one was DeAndre Ayton. I can't remember who they've got. I know they play the Warriors. Is he in the range? We're talking 20 to 30.
Yeah. So he just doesn't. That's a great
doesn't
call.
project well, but it's because I think I'm going to outsmart the projections and
the
IKB. Very smart, the IKBs, the very smart people that do the projections. I think, no, to hell with you. The Mavs and the Warriors cannot do well against a big man. And DeAndre Ayton likes to be a big man that isn't a big man. I can understand that. So we'll wait and see.
Yeah, I like that call. A lot. Real quick before we get into some of the higher range plays, just a reminder, we have 67 entrants and 100 of you here. Like the stream, subscribe to the channel, put hashtag Sims for our boy Jericho Sims into the chat. We're going to give away a rare tier card. Look at Borland in the house. Let's go. First place Wolves, Borland. Like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag Sims into the chat. And then we will give away a rare tier card as we get towards the end. We're going to go through a couple more plays here in the 30 to MVP range, and then we'll get into some of your questions and shit like that. All right, so the best projections in the 31 to 40 range, you get Devin Vassell, who's now in the starting lineup. Max Strus is going to get a nice boost. with well, it's probably not a nice boost actually. He's going to continue to take the same amount of shots. Jamal Murray projects okay. We've got Yusuf Nurkic has been balling lately. And getting hit in the face. And Edwards, his cap is down to 36, and that's probably going to go even lower after his 9-11 performance last night. I don't mean a terrorist attack. I mean, he had 9 points and 11 assists. Okay, guys. We have Miles Turner down here with a cap of 36 and a projection of 44. You guys both biting your cheeks, trying not to smile. Is that what's happening right now?
No,
keep going. And then we've got,
Don't touch that one.
And then Siakam has a cap of 37 with a projection of 43. We've got Franz Wagner. No, that's Jimmy Butler. Excuse me. Cap at 39 with a projection of 43.5. And then, why don't we stop there and then we can do our favorite MVP plays of the day. So TST, anybody in that range that you really like?
Siakam, based on the matchup, I really like that. In Atlanta, and like all the rumors that he's going to Atlanta, maybe everything. So he's got to show them that he's worth a full extension once he gets there. So I like him against Atlanta best out of that range, I think.
Yeah, that Atlanta game, because I think him and Scotty Barnes both went off against them the other night. It was like a 27-7-7 or something from Siakam, and then Barnes had a double-double, if I remember correctly. George, what about you in that range?
What range? Sorry, what range was this? Was it 30 to 40?
Yeah, 30 to 40.
If Jeb's watching, I do apologize for what I'm about to say, but it's LeBron James.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I just got a thing with LeBron and the Spurs, and I know he's not officially ruled in yet, so it's a bit of a gamble play. But I don't know. Just a gut check. That's what it is. That's what I'm here for.
No, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with the LeBron call. I wanted to. Somebody asked in the chat, who was it? Shindro? Zion versus Charlotte is not a good play. So listen, I'm going to go the other way too. So Zion has a cap at 37 with a projection at 37. I know he's questionable. They got 2 games this game week. I don't know, man. I'm always playing Zion. I've got a soft spot. I mean, he's got some soft spots. I'm always playing Zion. I always am. I just think like his ceiling's so high. And I like, you look at the other guys in that range. Like I know he has the same projection as Ingram. The other guys in the 30. I mean, I'm playing him over Miles Bridges. I'm probably playing him over Cade Cunningham. Over Paolo while he projects better than Paolo. Brook Lopez. I don't know. I like Zion. Do you guys have any Zion takes?
I think just in general with the New Orleans, like the Ingrams, DJ, Zion, you can throw Joe Val in there, but he kind of can get his in different ways. It's just like, which one of those threes do you want to like roll the dice with? Like they're not all gonna like pop off, and they're like all not gonna hit their projection even, because like one of them will separate themselves from the other, 2 out of the 3 will. So it's like trying to get a read on them is difficult. And we haven't like had that many games that they're all there to actually have like kind of like a pecking order of who it is. It seems like if any of them are out, it's Ingram. But then like when they're all there, Ingram, you don't see as much usage from them. Yeah.
What about you, Swingman? You get any Zion takes?
Is the game when they play in the Spurs, is that in San Antonio? That's all I'm going to say.
Wait, but do you think that's going to make them play better or worse?
Well, potentially. I mean, it depends. What's the motivation that the Pelicans are giving Zion nowadays? I'm not totally sure. That's all I'll say.
All right. Why don't you guys give me, I don't know, your favorite MVP for the game week? And George, you can go first for this one.
I struggle. Tyrese Halliburton's definitely there because he's just playing the Wizards. And I just think he could just have a field day there. But I can't look past Embiid right now, especially with a game against the Pistons and then the Hornets. Mm-hmm. I think it's sort of, it almost is like too good to be true. Like the best player in the league, I would say right now, versus comfortably the 2 worst teams. So it's like...
Yeah, he set up very nicely to just go off. And he's been on such a tear. I don't know. What about you, TST?
So I'm not going to go Embiid for that exact reason, is that they could just blow them out both those games. And he'll have like really good game, but he'll have done it in 3 quarters. And then you'll be like wishing that he kept going. And I think that same thing can happen to Halliburton, to be honest, as well. So I'm going to go with like, Jokic with a little like bounce back. Like I feel like everyone's kind of like he's playing a little possum. Everyone's like forgetting about him putting up like just 70 so rare points on an average night. So.
I think all of those are great calls. The one nice thing about Embiid is that what we saw against the Wizards the other night is like, yeah, they did blow him out, and he had 30 and 11 at halftime. and I think I finished with over 40, I think, right? I mean, obviously those are all great plays. Luka's been on one. And again, just what were you gonna say?
I'm just laughing at like if someone's tuned into this stream for the very first time and you've gone, MVP picks this week, and the two of us have said Joel Embiid and Nikola Jokic. Top tier analysis.
Well, here I'll give you one.
But I made my take seem like it was a really intelligent like move.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
against the grain.
I'm gonna get so different and take the Finals MVP. No, I shouted him out earlier. Tatum is all the way down where now? Like I feel like his cap, 43 with a projection of 46. I do think he's going to have to do a lot more tonight than normal. And a lot of times on a back-to-back, I'd be like a little hesitant, but they have been embarrassed by the Magic twice now, I think, this season. And they're at home. They've yet to lose at home. I know it's not going to be like one of these 150 to 145 games, but I do think the offense is going to be incredibly condensed tonight. And I can see Tatum doing one of his 40 and 15 type games. So that would be like my and again, Jason Tatum off the beaten path. But instead of some of those guys, I mean, it's crazy. Tatum's cap is lower than Maxi's, who I feel like has been playing poorly lately. And then like Scotty Barnes and Brunson and Mitchell, I'd much rather take Tatum there. All right, that does it for the projection side of the stuff. I'm going to double check to see if we got any more injury news real quick. I just want everyone to like the stream, subscribe at #Sims into the chat. That's going to be for a rare tier card giveaway. And before we get into the questions, or while I double check the news, George, you want to plug what we got going on over there at Swingman, and I'll drop a link in the chat.
I can indeed. So yeah, come and check us out over on the Swingman podcast over on YouTube. It's a podcast designed by some UK chaps that talk NBA hoops. And I also do some Sorare videos every week, normally 2, maybe 3 a week that I'll rattle through. And I also gave away a pair of NBA tickets today. I don't know if he's here. Jump shoot won the NBA tickets. Yeah, he won the NBA tickets. So we'll sort that out. I'm hopeful that you get a good game and it isn't like Charlotte v. Detroit, but yeah, that's Sorare's decision. So I'll leave that with them. So yeah, here we go.
And then what TST, you got anything going on these days? Anything you want to plug?
Yeah. So Cool Runnings. I know, I'm known in certain spheres, whether it's my friends or at work, of kind of being a Grinch, and I'm not like a big like holiday Christmas movie thing, but Cool Runnings, you can get away with it because it has like the Winter Olympics and some snow and stuff. So, if you need a movie that like can pass for a Christmas movie without actually having to be like a shitty movie, check out Cool Runnings.
Incredible. All right. Thank you for that plug. It just, Jesus Christ. It's a creative way to say you're not putting anything out right now. The only other piece of news we've gotten is Markelle Fultz is officially ruled out. So that's the only thing that's happened. If anything else, what?
No way. Markelle Fultz, the longest running knee injury without an official injury report on him. He's just always questionable and then out every night.
He's like the opposite of Cal Ripken Jr. And I know that's a take probably for older people, but Hershey just said you're not even a part-time YouTuber. He's a freelance YouTuber. All right, why don't we get into some of these questions? I'll do my best to kind of push this around to everybody. Let's see. Let's start with this one, actually, because I think this is we didn't really talk about Donovan Mitchell, and he said Spider's going to have to score now without Mobley and Garland. What do you guys think about Donovan Mitchell in this situation with Cleveland? Either one.
You got to address us. You got to address one of us.
I know.
We're going to be too courteous every time.
Yeah, no. I need to get a mean guest on here. I don't know. Like, George, you go.
What was the question?
Just about Donovan Mitchell with the injury stuff.
Spider is going to have to score now without Mobley and Garland. I do agree with that statement. He will score the ball now. Do I think he is a smash play? No, because I don't think he's had, unless I'm wrong and I've just blanked it out. I don't think he's had like one of those massive score nights that he had last year so far. And just because these two guys are out, it doesn't necessarily mean he just instantly switches it on. I mean, I might be wrong, and he's definitely got the ability to do it, but I don't know, especially with one game this week, I wouldn't hang my hat on him, is all I'll say.
Yeah.
I just think he gets to do everything he wants already.
Yeah.
If those guys are in, he can do whatever he wants anyways. So like, I don't think he's like his role is going to increase. Maybe he'll like feel like he has to do a little more and force it a bit more, but I don't think it's like a massive jump. And when we're talking from a Sorare perspective, like outperforming a cap, no, but maybe you're talking like maybe is he a dark horse MVP? Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I feel too. I don't think his ceiling necessarily goes up anyways. I think like you guys said, he's already doing what he already does. All right. Ibrahim says Bobby Portis and Walker Kessler or DeJounte Murray and Jabari Walker for contender. My lineup right now is Caleb Martin, Benedict Mathurin, and James Wiseman. I don't even know how much. Is Jabari Walker playing a bunch?
Yeah.
He's going to cap a 17, the projection at 8.5, but you probably want Dominating to be sitting for that play, right? I feel like I would just go Kessler and Bobby here. Or either of you guys go on the Murray and Walker route?
No.
No, I'd probably go first.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, Kim, let's go, Kim. Şengün and Drew Holiday or Sabone. That's supposed to say Sabone Bone. I can tell. Sabone Bone and Simons. Now, this is tough because everybody likes to play Şengün. It's fun. It's a good time. But I think this is Sabone Bone and Simons. What are you doing here, George?
Sabone Bone and Simons. Şengün's not been, I wouldn't say bad, but he's not been great recently, especially with Tyrese and being sort of getting a few more of the minutes and things like that. But I think the main one for it is obviously you're going to want to be playing Şengün in your under 23 lineups. So I think prioritize him there because that's where the real money's at right now. So do that and then focus on the evergreen stuff elsewhere.
That was slide, George. You slipped that in there.
No, in limited. In rare, in rare, I'm going to dig it. But
yeah. All right, this one's for you, TST. 3DK55 says Jared Allen, who now gets all the big minutes, and Vucci Mane, or Tobias Harris and Pascal Siakam. Where are you going here?
Vooch has been on one.
He has.
I gotta go Siakam and Harris, but just barely.
Yeah, I think so.
I also like Jared Allen. People are kind of like hyped up on right now because he had that one big game, but he had I think it was 5 or 6 stocks.
Yeah, it was against the Lakers, I think.
So that kind of skews that a little bit, and that's not going to be a regular thing for him. I don't think so. I think I go Harris and Siakam.
Yeah. All right, Lou Dort's Canadian or Scoot? I feel like that's supposed to say Canadians Lou Dort or Scoot.
Or Canada's Lou Dort.
Canada's, yeah, that would have been good. I think this is supposed to be Scoot based on projections. I also like that he's going to take shots when he's out there, where Lou Dort's just going to be aggressive defensively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Lou Dort's cap being down at 15 now is actually a play. It's actually you can debate it.
Yeah.
But whenever you play Lou Dort at whatever cap he's at, you're just you're just hoping.
Yeah, exactly. AFC Red, Chris Paul is going to cap at 26 with a projection of 30.2. Let's go. Courtside. This one's for you, George. LeBron and Randall, who you've already shouted out, Randall, or D-Book and Miles Turner.
I haven't shouted out Randall, so I don't know where you're going on with that one, mate.
Oh, LeBron. Did I say LeBron or did I say Randall?
He's like Randall, and you've already shouted him out.
Oh, no, sorry. I meant LeBron. You shouted out.
All right. No, I think even though I've already shouted out LeBron, I think I'm going to go Booker and Turner on that. I think Miles Turner's projecting really well this week, and Booker is Booker. So yeah.
Yeah, I think I agree with you too. Yeah, Miles Turner's going to cap at 36 with a projection of 44. He is one of the spicier plays in that one. I'll take this one. Levi says JB and Chris Paul or Jalen Green and Capella. I like Capella in this matchup against Toronto, but I'm going JB and Chris Paul just because I like the upside of Jaylen Brown with 3 dudes playing for Boston. All right, Reese says, I bought Moody, Looney, and Kuminga. Can I get a gut feel from all 3 of you on who scores highest and then project? Okay, so gut feel and then projection. So let's just rank them 1, 2, and 3. TSC, you go first.
Kuminga 1, Looney 2, Moody 3.
Okay, so Kuminga, Moody. No, Kuminga, Looney, Moody.
Yeah.
George.
Gut feeling. Moody, Kuminga, Looney.
Ooh, that's spicy. All right, I'm gonna be different too. Then I'm gonna go Kuminga, Moody, Looney. I just feel like Looney's minutes are the ones that get yanked first. So he has a cap of 19 with a projection of 19. Moody over here has a cap of 18 with a projection of 18. This is very fun. And then Kuminga has the cap of 19 with a projection of 28. So Kuminga is the clear like projection play. I think Moody's been playing the best basketball of the three of them.
Yes.
But Steve Kerr is head in the sand right now. Like, I'm not really sure what's going on. All right. Fiorello says Jokic, Booker, Randall, Osser, Hartenstein, or Jokic, Book. All right. So this is really Donovan, Hayward, and Okoro, or Randall, Osser, and Hartenstein. George, how are you feel between those three? Also, I like that Jokic and Booker in the same lineup. That's fun.
I think Asad Thompson's a really, really good pick this week. So
Yeah.
the first one, primarily for it. If you can try and get Asad Thompson and Gordon Hayward in the same lineup, I don't know how you do it, with Jokic and Booker, do that. I think that'd be a solid one.
I just realized too that's Donovan Mitchell, right? Is that who he means by Donovan? Wow. Yeah, that's good problem to have right there. Jamal Murray or Vooch? I know we were talking about Vooch being on a heater. I also know Taylor is a Nuggets fan, so this must be hard for him. But Jamal Murray has a cap of 33 with a projection of 37. You can see Vooch actually projects for less points than Jamal Murray. I'm a little surprised by that. TSC, who are you taking here?
I'm taking Vooch. All the projection sites haven't quite caught up with the Levine not playing. Like all Vooch, Kobe White, and DeRozan don't project as high as you'd expect. So
I know I keep waiting for the fall off, and it's just no one else does anything, but the three of them every single night are like 25 and 10. Here, I'll give this one to you, George. Friend Basco saying, are the Portuguese sensation Keita or Vando from the Lakers?
I'd probably say I think it's the Portuguese sensation is what I would say.
Of course it is.
I think on the premise of that Vanderbilt will be out there running up and down that court and really affecting the defensive strategy, but doing nothing for your Sorare points. So that's where I'd go.
I like that. Yeah, I like this one too. I mean, you're just guessing here with Keita that he's going to go out there and actually do some stuff, but he's going to get a shot to be out there, and he should get some easy looks. So
I will say, if you're going to buy one of these right now, it would be Vanderbilt because he'll be useful again, probably a few more times this year, whereas Keita's probably got maybe one or two more games.
I 100% do, and you'll never be able to sell him. All right, Shindro said, we talked about Zion earlier, and I'm going to take this one because I am the Zion fan. I'm going to go Randall.
Yeah.
I'm going to go. Randall's been awesome. He's been awesome. I hate to admit it, but here you go.
Regular season Randall.
George, incredible timing. I had already clicked it. There's like a half-second delay, and this is beautiful, George. Yeah, you've been doing this a while now, man.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Marco saying Metu, Keon Ellis. Okay, we got to stop saying Mo Bamba. We got to get him out of the rotation. Honestly, get Springer out of the rotation here, too. I think this is Metu or Keon Ellis.
I think Keon Ellis.
Yeah. It's close, right? Am I wilding with Mo Bamba and Jaden Springer?
No, I can't believe I've seen a Mo Bamba shout.
I know. All right, let's see what else we got in here. I way behind. I think our guy. Do you think our guy Marble Ass is still in here? We just talked about Keita so much, and he hasn't done anything. But maybe he's too busy to type. You know? What I'm saying?
Wow.
Come on, guys. We're having fun. It's Friday.
Was that the same guy you said he should learn about other threesomes? Was that him too?
No, that was no, who was that? I can't remember.
Was the same guy. Was
it the same guy?
I'm sure that was the same guy.
All right. This is the real test, and this is George gets this one. Karis LeVert or your guy Jordan Poole?
Jordan Poole all day.
Now, all right,
Not
George,
even a
be honest.
question.
Do you believe that still, or is this just like I'll continue to be wrong until I'm right?
I believe that because I never sold him at $250. That's what it is.
When
I think in all seriousness, it's probably Karis LeVert
yeah,
because Jordan Poole. You'll be out there, you won't look at anything. You'll see the box score. You'll be like, oh, the Wizards have scored like 90 points, and Jordan Poole's got like 8 of them with 7 turnovers. So
when
yeah.
when I was in Vegas, I was playing blackjack with my dad, and there was this other guy at the table, and he was just losing. He was just losing and losing and losing, and he very calmly and very seriously said, "You know, the odds say I'm about to go on a run soon." And I was like, "That right there is Jordan Poole." All right, hold on. Let's keep going. All
That
right.
story would have been way better if it was Jordan.
And it was Jordan
Poole.
Poole.
Yeah.
I've got to start either. Here we go, Sunshine 49er. I've got to start either Scotty Barnes or Tyrese Maxey. Also, Embiid is my MVP. Does that influence your thinking about starting Maxey? I think because we've seen Maxey and Embiid get there together in same games, and it's multiple games, so one can go off each night. But and again, maybe I'm wrong, but it does feel like Maxey has like gotten tired or slowed down a little, and Scotty's been pretty consistent. I don't know. Both of you guys can weigh in this. We'll start with George. How are you feeling?
No, I would be starting Tyrese. I can totally understand the point because in the last few games, especially how well Embiid's played. But I think this week is probably one of the few weeks of this year, maybe even like the only week this year where I'd be like playing Embiid and Maxey because the Sixers at the minute as well are blowing teams out early, but they're also leaving. They are giving Embiid. I know he got a rest, but they're still playing him quite a lot. Like Nick Nurse, he's not been like, yeah, we're just going to take him out now. Like they're just running him down there still. So I would play both and be fine with it. But I mean, like I said, you should be playing Maxey in your under 23 lineup. So
there you go. I could just picture Paul Reed at the end of the bench, just like staring down at Nick Nurse, being like, "Yeah, now." Can I get in now?
Together, even
we were playing together. What's happening?
Yeah. I was playing
Tobias Harris is sitting in the corner all game. What are we doing?
TST, what about you? I know you have to represent Canada. Where do you land on this?
I'm going Scotty Barnes, but I will say I have faith that Tyrese Maxey and Sengun are both gonna have like a little resurgence here in the next week. So whether that's this game week or next game week.
Yeah. Oh, and to be clear, I'm with you. I love these guys, so I'm not saying you should be off of them. I think it's great that both Maxey and Barnes are still outperforming what their caps are as much as they've like gone up. They've been great this year. What are you gonna say, George?
No, I mean, if you both think Sengun and Maxey are smash plays,
Under
I might be looking at I might be looking at a $20 gift card this week, guys.
Oh, flexing them out. Trevor, what? Just look at this avatar. This looks like a wholesome. You're you enjoying an outing here too? You're at the game, maybe. What a great avatar, Trev.
What arena is that?
Yeah, where are we? Trev, we need a backstory.
Is that a dog in the background, or I just can't like it's?
No,
so
I think he's
zoomed
just
out
got
for
good
me.
flow. I think that's just good flow. All right.
I wasn't meaning the hair. I thought it was on the woman's lap behind him. But,
I know. I just googled him. I have both of these guys in awesome spots tonight, DeJounte or Siakam. I'm just going to take this one, and then you just say agree or disagree. I think this is Siakam.
Agree.
Yes, let's go. Here we go. Just got offended with that Sims things, to be honest. All right, I'm glad Marvelous is still here. I like that he was mad with what the giveaway prompt was. That's what was. I did not know this was Tatum. All right, so Tatum or LeBron? Who are you taking? TSC. Who are you taking between these two?
Tatum.
George, you as well?
no, LeBron.
Okay, there we go. I'm not going to break the tie. You're just going to have to live with the tie. Shaden, Jamal, or Jared Allen? I'm going to take Jared Allen out of this equation. I think I'm just riding with either Shaden Sharp, who's had like a really nice year. I think Shaden Sharp it's Jamal Murray. It's Jamal Murray. Let's stop fucking around. It's Jamal Murray. You guys with Jamal on this one as well?
Yeah, go with the Canadian. Shaden Sharp or Jamal Murray.
Okay. We can't. It's Homer. It's a Homer take. We need to get. You want me to talk about OG Anunoby, George, so you can feel like this is for you too?
There we go. That's the thing about the Raps. They represent everyone on this season here. So here we go.
There we go. I honestly, I don't know if they have any Americans.
You
on
mean
that team.
Kawhi 2.0, Mike?
Yeah, Kawhi 2.0. All right, Zealey's saying Steph Curry thoughts with a cap of 42. Man, that Steph.
Oh, God.
Speaking of needing therapy, I bet it's Steph Curry right now. I don't know. TSC, do you have any Steph thoughts?
If you want to be disappointed, keep playing them. I don't know. Eventually, you won't be disappointed, I think. But it's crazy how like the Warriors are very like irrelevant fantasy wise this year in all aspects, including like himself. Steph hasn't done crazy things for what he has in the past.
He just doesn't get assists anymore. Like, and that was a big part. Like, he gets 35, 6 and 6. He doesn't do it anymore. It's tough. It's tough. All right, let me see. What else do we miss here? I sold Maxi at the top. Thanks for reminding. Okay. We just taking victory laps in the chat. That's what's happening.
That was literally a victory lap of like, hey, by the way, guys, I sold him at the best time possible.
By the way, he's crushed, guys. All right, Halyard's saying you got to pick 2 of Drew Holiday, Karis LeVert, dominating Tobias Harris. You can each pick 1. George, who's your first pick in this?
Well, that is a mid off right there of disappointment. I will pick. I will pick DeAndre Ayton. Dominating. There we go.
Dominating. Let's go. What about you, TST?
Let's go LeVert.
Yeah, I think those would be my first 2 as well. Drew Holiday's got some upside, but man, he's got some downside too. Roy's running out of Giannis, Luka, Tatum, Scoot, AJ Green. Whoa. Yeah, thumbs up. Yeah, no notes. All right, David, I'll take this one. Miles Turner, Lamar Stevens, or Caleb Martin or Hartenstein. I actually think if Jaylen Brown was out, I'd be rolling with Miles Turner and Lamar Stevens, but I think it's Caleb Martin and Hartenstein. I think that's what you got to do with this one. Okay, let's keep going. Will Clay stay hot? I can't trust that. All right, Resade, got a cap of 31 left for my champion. Help, please. Help is on the way. So 31 or less. Here's some guys that are popping. We got Max Strus, Devin Vassell, Jabari Smith, Shaden Sharp, J-Dub. In the 30s, Simons, Kessler, Bogdan. 29s, Jared Allen, Drew Holiday, Cam Johnson. I don't know. Anybody that out of those names, you're like, oh, I'd rather have this one. Both of you can take. George, you can go first. You can take one.
I think in that, from under 30, the best guys for me were Simons, Ayton, and Hayward. They were the ones that stick to me.
I agree with that too. Those are my favorites. So TSC, you on board with that, or somebody else you want to give a shout?
Simons or OG Anunoby against the Atlanta Hawks.
There you go.
Cap of 28, baby.
There you go. Represent the crown. The Netflix documentary. I don't know. It's gonna, Trevor, there was at the Padres game. Good to get that in there. Desmond Bain is in. We love that. All right, let me try to catch up here. I'm so far.
I just saw some entire Lakers starting lineup as a game time decision. Is it Jackson Hayes time, George? It will always be Jackson Hayes time. It's in your underdogs every time. Play Jackson Hayes.
Oh, underdogs. Yeah. Fire up Jackson Hayes, baby. Hayes, Paul, Hayes. There we go. We're having fun. All right. What else? Ciao. Okay. All right. This is your full team. You just get again. My recommendation is multi-counting. All right. So Valanciunas, Mathurin, Nick Richards, Wiggins, and Jaden.
Oh, we got 2 Jadens. We can cross them off.
Okay. And we get 2 Nick Richards. So it's Valanciunas, Mathurin, or Turner. Wait, Valanciunas, Mathurin, and Wiggins, or Turner, Holiday, and Keita. I think it's the second one. I think I want Miles Turner. I also feel like there's not enough players in this, but I think it's the second one because I want that upside of Miles Turner.
I almost think it'd be funnier at this point because we've read it out and looked at this question for so long to just not answer it. But I think the second one, yeah.
Ooh, is it JT Thor season? I forgot about JT Thor. All right, he's got a cap of 8 with a projection of 11. Our friend Beauchamp, cap of 11 and projection of 13.5. I think you just roll out Beauchamp, right? Is anybody on the Thor?
Yeah, give me
Thor's
JT
more
Thor.
fun.
Oh,
Thor's
wow.
more fun.
Yeah, dude, fucking drop the hammer. All right, Schroeder at 28 or LeVert at 25, both one game. I think I'd ride or die with Karis LeVert. Let him take his 30 shots and see what happens. I know Schroeder's in a good game environment tonight, though. I don't know. Does anybody taking the German?
Schroeder will have like 8 points and 8 assists after the first quarter, and then he'll finish the game with like 14 points and 9 assists.
That's disappointing. That is disappointing. Sexton or Kuminga? I'm gonna say Sexton. I know Kuminga's got a nice projection, but Sexton, it's Sexton. It's Sexton.
Come, baby.
What'd you say?
Sex or come? Which one are you going with?
Oh, that's right. Come buckets. Jonathan Come buckets. That's right. Is Kobe White the GOAT? I think so. We're gonna retire his number. I'll take this one. Maxey and Jaden McDaniel are dominating RJ Barrett. Give me Maxey. Best pick for a cap of 23 or lower. I actually think it's probably going to be Mr. Kuminga.
Isaiah Thompson is what I'd say.
Oh yeah, that's right. His caps. And Nick Richards projects really well too.
Isaiah Thompson 17 this week, and I don't have one, and I'm really annoyed, and I'm not paying the price.
Yeah. Thompson's a great play. Yeah, cap of 17, projection 29. Here you go, Sam. Rate my lineup. Says Green breaks. KD, DeRozan, Beal, Gordon, and Seth Curry. All right, what do you guys think the rating should be out of?
Well, we've got to dock points because there was no manners. There's no please. So
that's
I think
true.
Off of the top of that, there's no manners there. It's just it's a demand to rate it.
So let's do it out of 55.
17, I was thinking.
Okay, 17. All right, give this out of 17. What would you give this?
Is Seth Curry playing?
Wait, what?
Is Seth Curry playing?
No questions. Just give me a rating.
12.
12, George?
Out of 17, I would say 9.3.
Oh, I'm going to say 11. This is an 11, but a good 11, Green breaks. All right, let's see. Thoughts on SGA? Yeah, you can always play SGA. SGA is pretty good at basketball. All right, we're just about caught up here. We are almost done with this show. So let's remind the people, let's like this stream. Let's subscribe to the channel. Put hashtag Sims into the chat for a shot at a rare tier card giveaway. I'm going to drop the Swingman podcast into the chat as well so that you can go. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, we're at 738 subs now.
Woo.
If we get to 750, I'll give away a season 2 rare card. There we go.
Whoa.
Yeah,
all right, hold on. Let me. So if we get up to 750, he says
that's 12 subs. It's a big task. It's a big task.
No, that's easy. It's fucking easy. All right, here we go. We're at 738. Get Swingman up to 750, and we're spinning this giveaway twice. I'm going to share the link one more time. I also wanted to share one more thing because I know I wanted to be fair to both of our guests. Here is the IMDb for Cool Runnings. Go check out all the stuff that TST's been doing. You can find a link to that in the show notes as well. Came out in 1993. Directed by John Turteltaub.
Was it rated on IMDb?
It's got better be
too low.
I think TST's giveaway is going to be if it goes up by 0.2, he's going to give away a card. I think that's what it should be.
Oh, hey, we start getting ratings in. Also, I'm looking at this is what I've realized. I'm looking at the IMDb right now, and when you scroll up, I forgot Reacher. Season 2 has come out of Reacher, and that's like perfect if you're sick for a day and a half. You go ahead and just crush that. Go check it out. Lou Dort wasn't even born. That's a great point there. All right, we are up to 108 entrants over here. The Swingman. All right, so 750 we need to get to. 743. We're 7 away. I'll share it one more time. Come on, this is for two giveaways. This is for 2 giveaways. And I think let me double check the injury news. I think we're good here for tonight's slate, anyways. Yeah, Desmond Bain on track to play. Jeremy Grant probable. That was
Jeremy
it.
Grant's back. Okay, I didn't know he was in like concussion protocol for ages. So that takes away from 8 in a bit, but yeah.
Yeah, and Jabari Walker too, I think a little bit. All right, let me refresh this one more time. Let's see where we're at here. 743. Are you kidding me? We haven't gotten 7 more? I mean, I guess this audience is the crossover on this audience is probably that Venn diagram is toy. We're at 340 over here. We'd love to see that. And if you haven't had a chance to go subscribe to our Team Hold Sports channel, that's just about to hit 900 subs. We had a nice little blow up yesterday and this morning. So go ahead and subscribe to that channel as well so we can get over 1,000 and then I can make that sweet, sweet cash so I can afford to give away more rare tier cards because actually it's pretty cheap. It's pretty cheap to give away those rare tiers right now. Shout out to Sorare NBA Market. 744. We need 6 more. 6 more. How many more ratings of Cool Runnings do we need?
It's a respectable 7 out of 10 over there.
That is a
It's
great
still
movie.
too low, but
If
That is
it's up to 7.1, it's full ski outfit and goggles. I think next time for a life before luck. I think that's what it's going to be.
All right, we're about to call it here. I'll wait another minute. I don't know, any last minute slate breaking thoughts you guys need to get off your chest before we
breaking.
Slate breaking. That
like
I think that's going to be a new drop. We need any new
Slate
slate breaking drops.
slate breaking and haymakers. I don't know. Anything else you
no.
want to get out?
No, I don't really. I might win a $20 gift card this week, but that's. Do you know what? After doing all of this and then going through all these plays, and I think these are really good picks. I'm just going through it, and I've got like 2 of them. So I came in at the start of this video being like, I think my gallery is too good, and I've ended this video thinking I'm not going to win anything this week. So wait and see.
Or is your gallery a mid-off right now? Is that what you have?
It's a definition. It's the wild mid out here is what we're looking at right now.
There we go. I'm going to say Jokic over Halliburton, although Halliburton's matchup today is beautiful. So either way is fine. It's just I never want to be the guy who doesn't play Jokic if I can. I think I don't want to be that smart.
YouTube user too.
I know he said he doesn't know how to change his name. I think is what he said. He said this the other day. Mo Wagner. Oh, is it Moritz? He's got a cap of 20 with a projection of 17. Sam, there you go. Wesley Matthews. Yeah, I mean Wesley Matthews does not do anything. He's got a cap of 6 and a projection of 5. So whether he plays 40 minutes or 9 minutes, that's the same projection. What's happened to Mike's gallery? We sold those rares, baby, so I could afford life.
Should I tell them, or should we be keeping it under wrap then, Mike? What the plan is?
Oh no, you can tell. What's the plan? You can tell them.
There's the Draymond Green unique card on auction right now. So I thought
Yeah.
that was going to be your return to the marketplace. The Draymond unique. That the timing on them releasing that unique is chef's kiss.
I
They
would
come out and then he's indefinitely suspended.
How much do you think he goes for?
Well, he has no bids. I think the only unique that went this year that didn't sell was Jeff Green.
Green.
But Draymond will sell. I don't know. Do you know what? Actually, I know we're pushing time here. Let me quickly look because I'm on the page. Last year, when Moon paid 9.3 for his unique card, it's not going for anywhere near that. Maybe 2. Maybe 3. I don't know.
I would love if they announced Draymond's out for the year, or Draymond's like, you know what? I'm not going to anger management. I'm retiring. Right? Does something like that. And then
it's got a day and 17 hours left on it. So if they come out and be like, he's out for 40 games, the card will be worthless.
I would love that only because then like Josh Green comes out and it's like, all right, Josh, we have not been able to sell a green unique yet. We're like, Josh, we need you, or Jalen. Jalen would sell at least. No Jeff Green, no Draymond Green. Yeah, that's what my goal would be, to buy one unique, but then no other ones. Just like have it, because it's a collectible first. All right, let me just check Swingman Pod one more time. How close did we get?
Am I giving it away?
751.
There we go. I'm giving it away.
Go.
Run that thing twice. Someone's getting A. Let me have a look at my gallery.
All right. Whoever wins the first one will be for Swingman Pod, because your giveaway will undoubtedly be better than mine just because it's year 2.
To be honest, I don't know when we're looking at season 2 rares at the minute. It's going to be. Do you know what? I won a card the other week, and then he indefinitely got injured for 2 weeks. Someone's getting a Larry Nance Jr. rare card.
Hey, that's still.
Oh yeah, maybe.
He's going to play, baby. He's going to play. Sneeps is letting us know, too. Yeah, you can find a link in our show notes. Playback at 7:30 for the Celtics and Magic. If you want to go watch along with Sneeps and our friend Weisberg, who's in the chat as well, go check that out. All right. For Cool Runnings for the Swingman Pod, appreciate you guys, everybody who tuned in this entire week. We had a lot of content. Appreciate everyone being here this week. We'll be back on Monday for the NBA bit and another live before lock, maybe a holiday edition. I don't know. I'll put on a Santa's hat or something. And if you win this giveaway, if you win the first one, let's spin the first one right now. Let's see what we got here. Winner, chicken dinner. George is giving out a rare year 2 card to Trevor B. God. And then
He's
you know
cleaned
what?
up. He's cleaned up.
What I love about this too is that he's gonna have to message you, George, and then you can be like, "Hey, man, was that a dog in the background or what?" You can get to the bottom of it. There he is, right there.
Trevor, find my gallery on Sorare. It's just my name, Shaw St. Ledger, and send me the offer for the card. If everyone else sends me an offer for that card and nothing on it, I will indefinitely block you. But yes, there we go.
Oh, that's a way better way to do it than how I've been doing it for like 2 years now. God, what a dumbass. All right. Wait, hold on. Okay, so Trevor's talking about the person behind him, but I would love the idea if this photo, if this was his friend from high school. Like this wasn't even Trevor. Like, that would be
He's the guy in the background.
What it
is.
That would be great. All right, so you have won that card. All right,
Larry Nance Jr., the season 2 card. There we go.
All right, we're giving one more away, and I hope it's Marble Ass that takes us. I hope it's Marble Ass. Let's go. I'm rooting for you, buddy. I'm rooting for you. Then we're gonna go full circle, okay? Full circle from hate to love. Although if it's a full circle, it goes back to hate again. Shockwave is taking it down. Congrats, Shockwave. Your avatar, I'm sorry, it's cool, but not nearly as hot as Trevor B's right there, okay? But Shockwave, shoot me a message. I know George just explained a way to do it, but I'm still not going to do it. Just send me a message on Twitter or shoot a tweet at me or something like that. Congrats on the dub, everybody. Best of luck in game week 15. For TST, for George from the Swingman Podcast, we will see everybody next week. We're out of here.